Welcome back for another top 5 zombies video. Today, I'll be ranking the top 5 hardest maps in zombies. This is a new series I'm going to be starting, and this will only be the OG zombies. I'm probably not going to be covering anything past Black Ops 4 because I'm not really a fan of the newer games and I don't know them as much, so I want to bring content to you guys about stuff that I actually know what I'm talking about, so I don't sound like a jackass. But I do just want to put this out there for anyone that expects to see those maps in the newer games in these videos. They're not going to be there. But if you guys have any other video suggestions, feel free to leave a comment down below. But I genuinely think that it's time to cut all the fucking bullshit here, and let's get right into the video. So coming in at our number 5 spot, we have Voyage of Despair. So in my opinion, I think Voyage is a pretty awful map, and I'm not a fan of this map, mostly because of how difficult it is. There are way too many tight spaces on this map, and the wonder weapons are pretty mid. I mean, it's not terrible. The Kraken and its 4 variants, the Ice, Fire, Acid, and probably the best one, Lightning. I haven't even used all these because I just can't fucking stand playing on this map. And being on Black Ops 4 and having all the different zombie types, it really does not help with the tight spaces. And doing anything on this map feels like it's out of the way and it's more like a chore. I really didn't play this map as much as all the other ones, so I honestly don't even know how to do much on this map. Once I had to go underwater to find Pack-a-Punch, I knew this shit was ass. But Voyage of Despair, I really don't have much more to say about it. This shit fucking sucks. It definitely is one of the hardest maps that I've played, and I think that it deserves to be in the number 5 spot. And coming in at our number 4 spot, we have Call of the Dead. I'm a really big fan of this map, and I've always thought this map was really cool and a lot of fun, honestly. But man, this map can be fucking difficult. And I think the 2 biggest reasons for that is George and the fog. And you can only see for about 2 rounds before that blizzard goes ape and gorilla. Like, you actually can't see a damn thing if you're outside, and being inside isn't much better because there's not really anywhere else to go, and it's constantly hectic. But I do want to add that it does add a good challenge, and it could be worse, like having those fucking monkeys every 5 rounds to steal all your perks. And I know George can be such a pain in the ass following you around the map, moaning the whole time and shit. But it's nice that you can get free perks from him, and that's if you can actually kill him. There are some other things on this map that do add to the challenge factor, like I think the perk locations on this map are kinda ass, and definitely the jug location is in a bad spot. Like, it's out of the way, and once you have to go back for it on a high round, good luck. And there's 3 wonder weapons on this map, the Scavenger, the VR-11, and the Wunderwaffe. The Scavenger is mad good, but really only up until about round 40. And the VR-11 is a pile of ass, and it's not really helpful other than if you want to keep George under control. But it's pretty much just a wasted weapon slot in my opinion. And with the Wunderwaffe, you have to kill George to get it, and I'm pretty sure once you run out of ammo, you lose it until you kill him again. Like, I don't know why they couldn't have just put that in the box instead of the fucking VR-11, but what do I know? And I'm not really a fan of the box locations on this map, especially the lighthouse. Like, it's just dead man's land after a certain round. And I also feel like there's way too many doors leading up to power. Like, it's $4 grand pretty much just trying to get up there. And one other thing that adds to it is the water. That shit puts you in fucked situations, and it sucks. But there is a good training spot or 2 on this map, like behind the lighthouse or at spawn. That's usually where I go, but that's honestly it. So there is a lot more I could go on about this map. There's so much more to talk about, but I think this map is definitely very difficult, and it's like pulling teeth trying to get up to higher rounds on this map. So I think this map deserves to be in the number 4 spot. And coming in at our number 3 spot, I put Shangri-La. Alright, so I think we all knew that this was going to be on the list somewhere. It's not the hardest map, but it is definitely up there. And there's a whole list of reasons why. First things first, I always think about the napalm zombies. They spawn pretty much every single round. They can be very annoying, and you're already dealing with enough going on, so that just adds to it. And then the Screecher, like I said, that blurs your screen and you can't see a damn thing. Like, it just adds to it. And once again, those goddamn fucking monkeys. On this map, all they really do is just take your fucking power-ups. It's definitely annoying, but not as annoying as how they are on Ascension. And all the booby traps on this map are pretty annoying as well. The ones next to spawn, like the bamboo spikes and the mud, that shit is so annoying. All the tight spaces, there's not really any good flow to the map. In my opinion, I think the downstairs is way too tight. And there's, like I said, there's just no camping spots, so I really don't feel like there's anywhere to go on this map other than just using the entire map to train. This map has the easiest pack-a-punch quest in solo. All you gotta do is stand on the pressure plate next to the power switches and then run up to spawn and it's open. And having the monkeys take your power-ups, it does have its ups and downs. If you're waiting on a max ammo on a high round, yeah, you better think again, pal. But I think you can get this changed to a random perk drop. I think that's on the Black Ops 1 version though. I'd say if you can get to high rounds on this map, you're probably pretty damn good at the game, because I will say this is definitely one of the hardest maps for sure. And I usually see people just using the whole underground part of the map to train around. And I will say that this map has one of my favorite wonder weapons on it, the baby gun. This was definitely something special for sure. It literally turned the zombies into babies and you just ran right through them and they just flung around. I think that is one of the coolest concepts for a wonder weapon, and this is the only map that it featured on. So that definitely is pretty special. But I'll be honest, I've never done the Easter egg on this map, so I can't really speak on that portion, but I did hear that it's really good. So overall, this map is very difficult for the tight spaces and the map flow, but I still think it's a classic, and I think that this deserves to be in the number 3 spot. And coming in at our number 2 spot, we have 5. So 5 is easily one of the hardest maps that I've ever played, and I think we can pretty much all agree on that. Talk about tight spaces. 75% of this map's area is just all tight spaces, and there's so many barriers and spawns for the zombies that I feel like nowhere on this map is really safe. And if you're not prepared for the Pentagon Thief, get ready to lose a weapon for shits and gigs, because that can be very frustrating. And I mean, there's elevators on this map, that's pretty cool for the first time, but they only really help out so much. And it's nice having the electric traps, because without them, it would be nearly impossible getting on high rounds on this map. And it doesn't help that the wonder weapon on this map is fucking booty cheeks, the Winter's Howl. That thing is only good up until about round 12, and it's actually a pathetic excuse for a wonder weapon. The thing holds like 20 shots. And another thing, the teleporters can be a pain in the ass too, and there's some pretty awful box locations on this map. I tend to get trapped, and that's how I die trying to get good weapons on this map, because the box is in a terrible spot. But the Pack-a-Punch quest on this map is pretty cool though. It's not that difficult to do. You just gotta activate the 5 DEFCONs around the main part of the map. And it's definitely nice being able to get the bonfire sale for killing the Pentagon Thief. That's pretty nice, and this is the only map that has that as far as I know. But this map has those annoying ass Nova Crawlers, and they make this so much more difficult than it already needs to be. And I'll tell you what, shit really starts hitting the fucking fan around about round 20, 25, 30. This map is so difficult for the tight ass spaces all around the map, and there's just no good wonder weapons to get to the higher rounds. So 5 is a great map, but overall it is easily one of the hardest maps in COD Zombies, and I think that it deserves to be in the number 2 spot. And before we get to our number 1 spot, I'd like to shout out an honorable mention to the map Blood of the Dead. So I wasn't really sure how or where exactly to rank this map, but I do know that this map is very fucking difficult. And I'll start off with the catwalk entrance to the prison. It could be round 3 or 4, and you open that door and you get out there and all hell breaks loose. It's definitely a cool part of the map, but it feels like it's round 30 right off the bat, and you got like 1,000 dogs running at you. You got Brutus acting all hard, thinking he's hot shit. You got zombies spawning everywhere, and not to forget about all the hands popping through all the fences while you're trying to dodge all that shit and then deal with whatever else is going on. Like, And I know there's another route, but that way sucks, and then I just realized I don't even like this fucking map. And there's more that I could go on about, but this map just does not play smooth in my opinion, and it just feels cluttered compared to Mob of the Dead, which is way better than this map. But I do want to also add that this was the only map on Black Ops 4 that I did the Easter egg for, and man, that was fucking brutal. What a shit show. That boss fight though, that was pretty cool, and the cutscene was definitely some deep shit. But this map was really good for the lore and the plot, for the storyline and all that, so I can't trash on it too much because I personally do care about the story and all that. But I just feel like there was way too much shit going on with this map, and I wasn't really a fan of all that fucking dumb shit you had to do with the shield to get stuff done on this map. Was not a fan of that. But overall, this is definitely a difficult map, and I think it at least deserved to be on the video. And finally, coming in at our number 1 spot, we have Verrückt. I know that this is the map that you guys have been waiting to hear. It's definitely a given that this is the hardest map in Call of Duty Zombies, simply for the map layout and not having Pack-a-Punch, all the tight spaces, which is pretty much the theme with all these maps in this video. The smaller maps or the narrow hallwayed maps, they're just too difficult to navigate through, especially when you don't have a place to go when shit gets hectic. That's the thing about this map. There really is nowhere to go. There is a few decent camping spots, especially if you keep a certain door closed and just camp in front of it. I've done that. That works up until a certain round. It's Verrückt. It only lasts so long. But there are traps on this map to help you, and that's really the only help you get on this map. And you gotta be on your shit if you want to get on the high rounds on this map. If you get onto a high round on this map, you're definitely a good Zombies player. The Black Ops 3 version is definitely a little more forgiving, having the Wunderwaffe, but other than that, there's not much added to this map to help out. And at a lower round, the zombies are already sprinting like they do in Transit, chasing down the bus. Like, when I say shit hits the fan, I really fucking mean it. And when it comes to this map, you don't fuck around. Like, good luck getting on high rounds. So most people just use the whole map to train because it's not like there's any central location, maybe other than the Thompson room next to spawn. And when you spawn in, you're split up from your team, and you have to get to the other side of the map to turn the power on to get to them. So you're split up until that point. Overall, I think that this map it's very eerie, and it is very, very difficult. This map is easily a classic, but I think that this deserves to be in the number 1 spot. And that's where I'm going to wrap this video up. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.